former President Olusegun Obasanjo has said that most of the officials in the Buhari-led government will not only go to jail but also go to hell if the entire government is investigated for corruption. According to him, this government is by far enmeshed in corruption. He said this in an interview with BBC Yoruba while comparing his former vice president and PDP presidential candidate in the 2019 presidential election, Atiku Abubakar, with President Buhari. The former president said though Atiku is not a messiah, he would have done far better than President Buhari if given the opportunity. According to what he said, if what I'm saying is that where we are today, our present situation, if you look at those who are there today and our boss, I insist that Atiku will do better than them. This is not a prophecy. Those in government today, if we expose them, all of them will enter hell. They will not only go to jail, they will go to hell. Whoever that God does not expose his sins to the public is the person whose secret is kept. I did not say he will behave like Jesus. I did not say he will be like the Prophet Muhammad, but he will do better. In fact, twice better than what we have at present, he said. Speaking further, the former president accused President Buhari of nepotism. He said, look at what is happening. The person that is leading us says he cannot appoint any other tribes into the post he considers sensitive because he does not trust them. If he cannot trust my tribe and your tribe, what is the benefit? And if he still wants my tribe and your tribe to vote for him, so he can ask us to vote for him, but he cannot trust us to be appointed into sensitive positions. What is source for the goose is also source for the gander. If you don't trust us, how do you want me to trust you? If you trust me and I misbehave, replace me with another person. But if only your maternal and paternal relatives are the only people you can appoint because they are the only people you can trust, in Nigeria, where we have tribes numbering about 500, you now said you could not trust some people. That is what we are saying, he said. Recall that Obasanjo has at several times written open letters to President Buhari expressing his displeasure in his government during the 2019 presidential election. Obasanjo openly campaigned against President Buhari. So guys, what Obasanjo has said is pure and truth. There's truth in it, and it's true. So there's no point in us trying to flog the whole thing. This is what has been happening. You know, one thing that just baffles me is that the president, present president, is just, he's made up his mind. No matter what anybody is going to say, he's not going to change his mind at all because his mind is already made up in what he wants to do. So, in my opinion, I would have this man should have just disappointed everybody. All the things that they are accusing him of, to prove people wrong. But since he's adamant, he has already made up his mind, and Nigerians will have to bear. See, 2023, but what we don't understand or what we don't know is that if Nigerians have really learned lessons from all of these things, because we keep on doing the same thing, the mass keep on doing the same thing, at the end of the day, they don't even get the desired result once they have entered committed one kind of mistake or made some kind of mistake. For them to reorientate themselves and do the needful when another opportunity comes for them to be able to correct that mistakes, they won't do that. And the reason is that we are all divided at various levels, because some people will learn lessons while some are not learning. Because if we are learning together, I think at that time we'll be able to make concrete decisions that will better our lives, that will benefit us even as a people. So that is where we are having problem. All that Obasanjo has said is there's no force about it, because that is what the president has always come out to say, that he only works with people that he trusts. And if you want people that you trust, and when you want vote, you want people to vote for you. So, and you want those one to trust you with your vote. But that being said, the issue of Atiku Abubakar or whatever, it's neither here nor there. The former president Olusegun Obasanjo has He's entitled to his opinion. He's right. He has right to whatever he says. Whether he thinks article will be better, it is not what anybody will want to dabble into, because it's not there. It's not there for the now. So the one that is there, that is what we are even talking about, because things cannot change again back to where it was. So the only thing is for this present administration to do the needful. People have been crying, most especially the service chiefs, before the end of 2019 or the end of their first tenure, and he refused to change anything. And the more he removes people from one position, the more he continues to put his own people. So like I said, Nigerians will have to bear it till 2023. But if God help us, if we are able to take good decision, or to make good make good decision, it will help us. If not, we'll still continue in these cycles, complaining and complaining. When the time is there for us to correct some things, if we don't do that, the trend will continue in that manner. Like chairman of the party, I don't know whether I see the chairman, because it's every day you hear different things. Like Oshomole we always say, if you join the party, your sins will be forgiven, which is really evident. Whether people are they are quoting him out of context, that is not the issue, because with what we can see, we can definitely relate it with what is happening, or with what he has said. So if you join their party, or if you are with them, the same thing, your sins will be forgiven. And most importantly, let's even leave people who are just talking here and there. The president did this. People who are criticizing the president here and there. Let's even leave all those ones. Let not even believe them. Let us not trust them. Let us see them as a haters of the president, because they believe that nothing Buhari will do that people will really appreciate. Let us assume that all of those who are complaining about Buhari, they are haters. But how do we justify the wife? How do we justify what Aisha Buhari has been saying? Everybody knows her position concerning what is happening. She is always coming out to say this and that. So what are we going to say to that? Are we still going to say she's hater too? That she's opposition? She's from the opposition is using her, or she hates her husband, or she whatever? How are you going to justify that? So if she can be saying the same thing that everybody is saying, so what are we talking about? What are we saying? Even to the extent she has even said many things more than what even the haters, or the so-called haters, or the people who are in the opposition party are saying concerning the present administration. She said a lot of things that even denting the image of the husband, because the husband is not in charge. She's always coming out to say that. So we know what has been happening in that place. She has been exposing a lot of them. When you talk of corruption, the same thing, because there was a time this bill of this program they were doing, a social investments program. She said she was able to pinpoint some of the corruption going on in that ministry, that at the end of the day, all the money budgeted for that program, nobody could see it. She said many things like that. So what are we talking about? So what, like I said, what the former president Olusegun Obasanjo has said, it's not really new to everybody. If they begin to see or to investigate them, none of them is clean, because at the end of the day, APC is PDP, PDP is APC. Forget all of those ones. The one that are just here trying to hold on to the PDP, they are the ones that maybe I don't know the reason why they've not really defected, but the majority of them, they are in APC now, holding one position or the other. Those with a questionable characters, they are there, and the present administration is comfortable with them. But if you are not with them, they will begin to look through you in all ways. So what are we going to say? So anybody who is always defending the politicians is just wasting his or her time, because these people, they are all same. Everyone wants to go to where their bread will be buttered, and they don't have ideology. Because really, even in as much you say everybody has the right to join any party, that you are very free to join any party, but I think there should be rules and regulations. A party should be disciplined. You don't just accept every Dick and Harry. Even if you want to accept them, at least you should just put them and start watching them, whether they have changed or not, or what. But if you think that they are corrupt, they are this and this and that, you will now bring them in. These people you have been accusing of corruption, then you still be giving them position. So who is deceiving who? So they are the same. That is what we are saying. They are the same. They are the same, and that is why Obasanjo can just boldly say that even if they investigate them, they will not only go to jail, but they will go to hell, because a lot of atrocities, are going on even in this present administration. If you join them, your sins will be covered. So that is just the way I see the whole thing. But when are we going to get out of all of these shenanigans, all of this mess? When are we going to come out? When are we going to come out? Who is going to lead it? Who is going to lead us? Who is going to do the right thing? Because when you talk of change, the change must start from the top. Forget all those who say change begins with you. It must begin with them, because if you, as a leader, if you want to do the right thing, if you want your people to do the right thing, you must lead by example. You cannot be doing other things and expect people not to follow your footsteps, because if you are telling them that they should go this direction and you are not going to that direction, they are seeing you, and nobody will want to take you serious. So that is just my own opinion, and a lot of people are really bashing Obasanjo here, that he started it, he installed the man, he supported the man in the first place. So why are you complaining? That Baba Yabo, why are you complaining? Because you guys, you put him there, the same thing you said, oh, he was the man good for the job, this and this and that. Then, but now the story has changed. The story has changed. So everybody should just try and do the right thing, because when they were there too, what meaningful development did they do? The unfortunate thing there is that we are supposed to be progressing as a nation, but when we have a present administration, you'll be complaining, and once they are out of the power, another government comes, the one that you were complaining or you are even saying it was really bad will not be the one that you are going to be making reference to, which at that particular time they were not good. But because they are not there, the one that is coming in that's supposed to even improve on what to improve, in a better way, in a positive way. We're not saying that we should go continue with the bad thing that has been done in the past administration. Instead of them to improve and do the right thing, no, they will still want to compound it with the problem. They will tell you, after all, these people did that. And somebody was saying, if the people really did that, well, then why did we change them in the first place? We would have left them so that we'll just continue the same thing with the same old way. So that is just the way it is. People will not be justifying, oh yes, now they did it now, the past administration did it now, so what are we talking about? Then why did we change them? We would have just continued with that trend. So in as much we have we always have a system that we are not even moving forward. The one that we complain about that was bad, we will not be saying, oh, that one was good. That means we are retrogressing drastically. So guys, let's hear your take concerning what Obasanjo has said, that if we expose those in Buhari governments, they will not only go to jail, but they will go to hell. What's your take on that? Leave your comments below and let's have your take. Bye.